Alright, y'all, what's good? It's your boy Kid Out, first Black Super Saiyan to arrive on this planet. I'm back with the swag, doing my thing, pulling up. Your boy here pulled up, about to do the spoiler review for Venom. We gonna get into this. As I said, this movie is a D. Reason being, I'ma say it real quick. The origin of Venom, totally wrong. Off. Bad. It's terrible. Eddie Brock, annoying chasing the pussy that don't even want you kind of nigga. Venom. He became too nice too quick. Too nice too quick. He went from being Eddie Brock. This is my body, Eddie. To I like your world, Eddie. I want to stay here. Nigga, freak you, bruh. He went from 100 to 0 real quick, bruh. He went from 0 to 100 not so quick. He went from 0 to 1 real slow. He went from 100 to 0 real quick, bruh. Let me say this real quick. This movie, Eddie Brock is a reporter in San Francisco. He lost his job in New York. He had a show called The Eddie Show where he was just going around reporting on stuff. He was basically a reporter cracking on stuff, wanting to see the world in a better light. He's going to get on anything that seems shady at any moment. He's that kind of guy. He moved to San Francisco due to his girl. So this movie is trying to follow the lethal protector timeline where Spider-Man kind of had Eddie just leave town like, hey, don't come back here. You can go do your own thing. We cool, but you come back here, we're going to have to end this. Venom went to San Francisco to be a Spider-Man and him had a little altercation. Then he left, he dipped, and then he tried to go be a hero himself. He was more of a violent hero in San Francisco. But this movie, He went to San Francisco because of his girl and his job. No. He went there because Spider-Man banned that nigga from the city, bro. Real shit. So we get your ass out of here. This movie starts with, obviously, the ship crashing down from orbit. Has the symbiotes, has 3 symbiotes on it. Has Riot, some other symbiote. The other symbiote died. So the only 2 living symbiotes are Venom and Riot, as that we know of at the moment. Riot symbiote was the first symbiote to get away on its own. He was spawning, going from different person to different. Wait a minute. Did it take Riot a period of 6 months to get from Malaysia to San Francisco? What? You guys, there's a sequence in here. I just thought about this. There's a sequence in this movie where there's a 6 months later period after Eddie loses his job because his girlfriend that he was going to marry works for the Life Industries, Carlton Drake Company. He went on her laptop at night after they, he was doing that. He had that gorilla sex. He was like, that gorilla sex. He was like, He's having that gorilla sex with her. He laid the pipe down on her. Then he saw her laptop. She got a message because the Life Industries has been using people, mainly homeless people, off the street and testing on them, doing human tests on them. Human tests on them with the symbiotes and stuff and whatever specimens they get. All kinds of human tests. They're kind of disposing people, using them just for these tests, and then they kill them off and go on with the next. So Eddie was like, yo, questioning Carlton Drake, yo, why are you using these homeless people? If taking advantage of them, they're dying, and you're not even taking accountability for all this death that you're causing, right? And the Carlton Drake is like, man, get your ass out of here, blah, blah, blah. Eddie dips. Next day, he loses his job. the company he works for, the news company he works for, like, Eddie, you're being a dumbass, you need to get the fuck out of here. Boom, dip. Eddie got fired. His girlfriend broke up with him because he got her fired from her job because life industries found out, like, hey, we know that's your man's. Your man's got you in trouble. You need to put your man's in check, but you didn't, so you need to lose your job. Boom, she lost her job because Eddie pulled that shit, lost her job. They broke up. It was a period of 6 months. And during the 6 months, Wright is trying to get to San Francisco to link up with the guy from Life Industries so he can get into a ship, go to his planet, get some more symbiotes so they can go back to Earth and conquer Earth. That's the movie. That shit happens. This movie was an hour 50 minutes. All this exposition and stuff happened so fast with no build up. This stuff was so fast. I said, we didn't get enough Venom. Like, physically seeing Venom. It was just Tom Hardy and Venom talking. Don't get me wrong, Tom Hardy and Venom little chemistry was like, it was cool. But this Eddie Brock he portrayed, I'm used to the 90s Eddie Brock and the Eddie Brock from the Spectacular Spider-Man Eddie Brock. I'd say those some solid Eddie Brocks because at least they wasn't no little punks. This Eddie Brock is a whiny little simp dude chasing after his girl after she ditched him, and then even though his girl got a new man, he's still trying to chase after this girl. Like, bro, kill it. Y'all ain't getting back together unless that doctor breaks up with your ex, or that doctor that she's dating now dies. That's the only way she's gonna break up with him. Like, because even at the end of the movie, she was still with the doctor. She didn't care about Ed. She cared about Eddie. She wanted to see him, in care and safe. She wanted to see him taken care of, but she was like, nah, we not finna get back together. Because in this movie, Venom and Tom Hardy are in love. They in love. When I say in love, they in love. Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock's ex in this movie, Ali, her name was stupid. Ali bonded with Venom to go save Eddie because Eddie and Venom get separated at some point in this movie. Remember the scene in the trailer where Eddie was in the room and he was like, oh my gosh, sound frequency. He was like grabbing his head and stuff. That was him in the MRI getting the sound penetrating his body. Venom didn't like it. They trapped him in the room, and that's when they get separated. So basically, she bonded with Venom to link up and go save Eddie from getting killed by the Life Foundation. And why does he keep saying Foundation? Industries, by getting assassinated by Life Industries after they capture him. And Tom Hardy and Venom kiss. They kiss. He kisses as his wife, but Venom is fully transformed, but as a woman. Venom did it. This is what I know Venom did it for. Venom did it because he still liked Ali, was because Eddie Brock liked Ali, and that he also thinks Eddie Brock is a perfect host, and he's like showing his appreciation. Because let me tell you this, Venom went from Eddie Brock, this is my body, to Eddie, I like your world. It's fly. It's fresh. It's so fly. He became Eddie, Venom was so dominant, then he became so subordinate and listening to Eddie so easily. What? That's that PG-13 rating bullshit. The way this movie was marketed in the first trailer, let me tell y'all this. He bit off somebody's head in this movie. They showed him bite off the head, right? They showed the head. He bit off somebody's head. No blood leaked out. Some other type of juice leaked out of that man's body. This is how PG-13 this movie was. They showed you he bit off somebody's head. They showed it for one person. He bit off their head. He bit off 3 people's head in this movie. He bit off somebody's head. They showed it real fast. They showed his head. They showed him biting off somebody's head. No blood leaked out. Some juice. That's that PG-13 bullshit. All you Marvel, DC, TV watching niggas who allow this shit to happen, and y'all want... This is why these Marvel, DC, TV watching niggas who claim they know comics and love comics, and they allow shit like this to happen, this movie to come out, this movie that should never been made. Bruh, y'all some trash ass niggas, blood. Y'all trash. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is the reason people want to go see Venom, honestly. To see Venom in the action. That's the only reason I went. But let's be real, I got to go see this movie for free. Free. MCU, DCEU, Sony, Fox. Well, now Marvel owned, Disney owns Fox, which is terrible news. These movies getting bootlegged. Marvel is not giving me no more movies like the Winter Soldiers, the First Avengers, the Iron Man 1s, the Black Panthers with the deep story that makes you think. Makes you really think. Think more beyond the spectrum. Make you think about life. Your own life. Not just think about this movie. I'll rewatch Winter Soldier, Iron Man 1, Black Panther, the First Avenger, and Avengers 1 more than 5 times. More than 5 times total. Movies like Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man, Guardians, Avengers 2. What else? Thor Ragnarok. These movies, I'm be honest with y'all, I either seen them once or twice, and that was in theaters, or I either bootlegged them once or twice. Movies are lackluster. Movies ain't doing shit for me. DC, y'all fucking up with building this universe. Y'all trying to build an injustice universe when you shouldn't be doing that. If you try and build a universe, just go straight up with the original canon shit where Superman comes to Earth, the League links up, a big threat comes, but you're not trying to build to no Superman being evil, no Batman having to die too early, no Batman older than most of the League members and stuff. A Batman who's within the same age as the other League members and shit. You know? That Suicide Squad coming out before a Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Martian Manhunter movie. What? We getting a solo Joker movie. We getting a DC Titan show without Starfire being orange, bruh. And Beast Boy isn't even permanently green, man. These niggas whack, bruh. These same fans who just watch the movies and the TV and say, oh my gosh, this is 2018, bruh. 2018 likes to change up old shit and ruin it, bruh. They take old shit and ruin it. You same MCU, DC niggas that watches TVs and the movies, and you watch and you read some of the comics and you claim this shit is better than the comics. Freak y'all niggas. Because if these were so much better than the comics, you wouldn't want to see that comic become a fucking film anyway. There's some people that say Infinity War was better than the comic. They say Thanos in Infinity War is better than comic Thanos in Infinity Gauntlet comic. Niggas freak y'all, bruh. Freak them niggas that saying that, because that action, that comedy is poisoning they motherfucking heads. Poison, bruh. The same people that want to see a black Superman. The same people that bring up questions like, why can't Black Panther be white or Asian? Freak y'all niggas, bruh. I don't want to see no black Superman. No, I don't want to see that shit, bruh. No, I don't want to see that. Nobody don't want to see that. I'm black and I don't want to see a black Superman. I don't want to see a black Clark Kent. I don't want to see a male Wonder Woman. I don't want to see a bisexual Captain America. You make new characters. You don't ruin my old characters. You don't ruin my OG characters. Venom is a guilty pleasure movie that you try not to watch, but you want to watch it because you still got the action and stuff. Venom, you definitely will be only rewatched for the action, but I'm gonna go on YouTube and pick the bits and pieces. Like, oh my gosh, that scene with Venom when he was boom, 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 wrecking people. The best fight scene in this movie was when Venom fought the FBI in Eddie's old job. At Eddie's old job. That fight was more clear than Venom and Riot's fight. That shit was blurry. The cameras was flickering back and forth so quick, and I'm like, I can barely see the fight. Riot's doing attacks and stuff, and I'm like, he's moving too quick. Like, the camera is not following and tracking them like they supposed to be. They moving too quick with the cameras. They're like going back and forth from camera to camera to camera to camera to camera, and it's making the fight look so bad. That CGI was so inconsistent. As soon as this movie started, we was off to a bad start. That CGI on that ship that crash landed was horrible. Looked like a video game CGI. But what would be perfect for a CGI video game, showing a CGI cutscene. The villain, Carlton Drake, whack, bruh. Has Thanos' same problem. Overpopulation. The humans are weak. We are killing this planet. Humans are so feeble and weak. Man, shut your ass up. You some crazy ass scientist. Some weak, soft sounding dude. A manipulator. Trying to kill people. He's testing on people. Look, this is why sometimes I hate this whole testing on animal shit. Because I'm like this. You gonna test on that poor little rat and bunny that did nothing to you. But when people get tested on, people want to have an issue. Like, think about it like this, guys. Think about it like this. We test on animals, right? So that when it gets tested on us, well, when we use it, nothing bad happens. Because they test with animals that share some DNA close to us. But this is why I didn't believe Eddie Brock was some kind of hero. Because hero tries to save the world, life. I'm not vegan, but I think heroes trying to be heroes out here trying to save the world should be vegan. Real talk. Like, Eddie Brock, you're going to have an issue of Carlton Drake killing people. But he's in there shoving symbiotes inside a bunny. But he's on... That's how this world thinks. That's how this world is. Real shady as fuck. People in this world are so dirty. We dirty, bro. We shady. We shady to the land. I'm shady. I'm a shady, dirty person for what I do to the land. I still eat animals. I've been shady. I know I'm a messed up person, bro. I know I'm messed up. I'm messed up. I can make up for it in other areas, but I'm messed up. I'm messed up. The shit we do, bro. The hypocrites we are. The hypocrites. We are hypocrites like a mofo. Eddie was a hypocrite this movie. He knew the Life Foundation was shady. He knew them scientists were in there testing on animals or whatever they was doing. But when there is people dying, now he want to say something. Cool. And when he gets evidence that they are testing on people, okay, what about the bunny that got a symbiote shoved inside of it? You know, animal rights and stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. You know, if you're going to go out there and help stop human tests, stop animal tests. And we just find another way without having hurt anybody to test on stuff. And nobody has to lose their life, whether it be an animal or a human. You know, I'm just saying. If you try and be a hero out here, might as well try to save the whole, not just the part. Try your best to save the whole, not just a part of it. But hey, you know, that's hard choices. Overall, these comic book movies, bruh, All you Marvel niggas, y'all only talking with y'all dollar. Y'all can only speak on your dollar. Yeah, what Marvel doing for them tight, well, it works for them. But that formula they keep using, that shit getting old real quick. I was done with this whole MCU shit ever since Iron Man 2. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I pretty much bootlegged 15 of the MCU movies. I bootlegged 15 of them motherfuckers. Bootleg the fuck out of that shit. Comic book fans, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry that you're not getting the MCU characters you wanted. I'm sorry that you gotta see that Iron Man builds Ultron, but that's Hank Pym's role. And that Marvel had rights to Hank Pym and didn't even make him a original Avenger. The fact that Thanos' whole goal is to limit population, but that's not his goal. His goal, starting in the Infinity Gauntlet comic, which the Infinity War comic is based off of, is to please Mistress Death. But nah, I'm sorry. You get a solo Joker movie without Batman being introduced or Batman being a thing for the Joker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're getting a DC Titan show with Starfire not being orange and Beast Boy being not green, but green when he turns into an animal. I'm sorry. Getting a Venom movie that should never have been made without Spider-Man. I'm sorry that most people want a Tom Holland and this Venom to link up. Sony, stop. You had no faith in your film. You cut 45 minutes because you had no faith in what you was going to put out, bro. You should have just gave us some R-rated stuff. Kept it contained at least because the movie's going to come out regardless, because not enough fanboy niggas out here was saying enough. They was speaking with that dollar. But I got to go see this movie for free, so I didn't have to speak with my dollar. I went home with my money. You want to know why I went to go? I bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey today. Lit. Your boy spent his dollar where invested in something more. Because I was not going to invest myself in the Venom, and I know I'm most likely going to watch this Venom movie one time. At least in Spider-Man 3, Venom had the spider symbol. Venom was spawned because of Spider-Man rejecting him. Topher Grace was a weak Eddie Brock. Same as Tom Hardy. A weak, whiny little bitch Eddie. Both them niggas whiny, bruh. Tom Hardy was a whiny little chasing after this woman who doesn't even want him anymore, Eddie Brock. This Eddie Brock who is whiny in Spider-Man 3. But both them Venoms was tied, bruh. Tom Hardy's Venom was the bigger side, but Tom Hardy Venom didn't have that spider symbols. Tom Hardy Venom was not a spawn of the broken relationship that Spider-Man and Venom had, and then he bonded with Eddie. But at least Topher Grace Venom, yeah, and we get on Topher Grace Venom is Eddie Brock for being a whiny bitch. But Tom Hardy was just as weak as Topher Grace. That his voice. We're not good. I don't need you to hurt people. You need to differentiate between the good and the bad. Shut up. Stop talking. Like, 90s from the cartoon Venom and Spectacular Spider-Man Venom were more... No, Spectacular Spider-Man Eddie Brock's and the 90s Spider-Man cartoon Eddie Brock's was more Eddie Brock than them two niggas, bro. Topher Grace, Tom Hardy, get the freak out of here, bro. Y'all doing that shit for a check. See, Venom makes Spider-Man 3 look even more better than me. Spider-Man 3 got more rewatch value than this Venom shit. Best believe. This movie's a D. This movie's garbage. That CGI. That story. This inaccurate story. I get y'all want to be different. But this story was way off and inaccurate. That post-credit screen, freaked that post-credit scene. Because that nigga with the... that hair, bruh. Cletus Cassidy, right? I said like Cletus Cassidy. Cletus Cassidy, right? Venom. Carnage. Is his name Cletus? Yeah, Cletus Cassidy. I wasn't wrong. Cletus Cassidy. That hair looks trash, bro. He looks like a... That's a wig, bro. This old ass nigga from Zombieland and War for the Planet of the Apes was wearing a wig on that bald head. I'm Big Brody and got a bald head. Man, freak this stuff, bro. Marvel, DC movie, TV watching niggas, man, y'all need to get the fuck up out of here, bro. That bullshit. You 2018 niggas, man. Freak 2018, bro. Lost my big soldier up here. But we seeing this whack stuff come out. This whack ass Infinity War shit that niggas hype up. This shit with DC, this Titan show. Y'all wrecking my characters, bruh. Moving forward, all these movies getting bootleg, bruh. I'm gonna pay to go see Wonder Woman 84. I'll pay for Aquaman. I'm bootlegging Shazam. Avengers 4. I may pay for that. Captain Marvel getting bootlegged. Most definitely. Most definitely. But look, I'm in this video there. It's your boy K-Dot. First Black Super Saiyan to arrive on the planet. Your boy got some homework to do. College lifestyle. Oh, you probably noticed. Man, why ain't you been uploading? It's been a week, guys. Shit, can I get some like breaks and shit? Damn, fuck. Not fair. Your boy gotta go. K-Dot gotta go do his thing, but your boy gotta go. You gotta go. Deuces.